Well, hello, good evening, and um, I was thinking about what to talk about today. Um, I've been watching lots of Netflix and things, um, and one thing that I haven't seen enough of is um, decent sci-fi shows because they're all in the same basic type of thing where um, where people have invented hyperspace or faster than light travel. Um, and there's no wormholes. There's no um, weird things that happen with those travelings. Um, I mean, yes, Star Trek is basically the main source of all that, but um, there's one sci-fi show that I absolutely love. It's my favourite one out of all of them. And it is called Stargate SG1. And when I say that is my favourite TV show, say favourite sci-fi show, lots of people don't actually know about it, which really shocks me a lot. And I keep on asking myself why though, because it mixes the ancient mythologies with alien races and interstellar travel um, and lots of sci-fi type things as well. And the basic storyline of it is that there are these parasitical aliens that take over human hosts, and they once visited the Earth thousands of years ago, and um, they took on the identities of Egyptian gods. So like Ra, Anubis, Set. I can't remember any of the others, um, but there's loads of them, and um, and they yes, they had ships that could go faster than light. They had all that kind of stuff. They had the laser guns. They had the um, all the general sci-fi things, but they also had something called a Stargate. Now, a Stargate uh, could could link between two planets and not quite instantaneously travel, like transport you to that other planet, but it would basically be um, basically be like a transporter across the whole galaxy, um, where you walk through a watery disc that disassembles you to the molecular scale or even less, and transports you through a wormhole and reassembles you um, in the connecting gate, and you walk out the other side. Absolutely fine. And like with that, you have to have these special things that have lots of different symbols, and the gate has lots of symbols around it as well. And um, and in order to go to different planets, you have to dial in the right address, which basically is like phoning another phone, basically. But instead of just talking, you actually go there. And like the TV show follows this team of elite special forces that go around these different planets and basically get rid of all of these false gods. Like they didn't just have the Egyptian gods. They had the Romans, the Greeks, the Mesopotamians. They had lots of the Norse gods as well. It was very kind of Middle Eastern, Western type setting for the gods to be, and like the team itself got into loads of different messes, and somehow they managed to get out of them without a scrape, really, because the same 4 people in that team SG1 managed to defeat. I should have done research on this. They managed to defeat at least 20 of the god type things. And they managed to rescue millions of people from enslavement as well. And the actors for that are Richard Dean Anderson as the leader of the team, and he was also in MacGyver. There's Amanda Tapping, who is a brilliant actress and has been in loads of other sci-fi shows. There's Christopher Judge, who has been in lots of other things, but he hasn't really been in anything that I've watched myself. But I have heard that he's been like the voice for very strong, powerful men in like video games, and Michael Shanks was the kind of like archaeological, the linguistic type person for that team as well. Because how can you go to other planets that speak different languages if you don't have a linguist, if you don't have a historian to help find out what the culture is and all that kind of stuff? And Michael Shanks really played into that role quite well. Amanda Tapping was the kind of the geek, the nerd, the kind of person who knew how to do all this technology stuff so that she could connect her laptop, her military service laptop, to an enemy spaceship or a security system that had force shields, and she would be able to do all this fantastic stuff with the technology. And because technology is used for everything, she was able to find out how to defeat different types of things, because of the technology was so similar between the different between the different aliens. Christopher Judge was the big strong man with the big muscles, and like he started off as being like the kind of quiet, serious looking fellow who's always able to just finish a fight. But as the seasons got on, he opened up more. He was like, his character was able to express his emotions, and be more of a leader among his own people, because Christopher Judge played an alien, of course. And Richard Dean Anderson was the leader, the charismatic one, always ready there with a joke, there with a Simpsons reference, and like the whole group of them just fitted together so well that they stayed like that, the four of them, for the first 5 seasons. And then Michael Shanks had some disagreement, went away. They had someone else come in. It was good, but nothing like Michael Jackson. Not Michael Shanks. Yeah. And then they brought in some other characters from another sci-fi show that I really love, called Farscape. They had, I think it's Ben Browder, who played John Crichton in Farscape, and they also had Claudia Black, who played Officer Aronson in Farscape as well. So when those two actors came in, it was like putting my two favourite sci-fi shows together, and it was one of the best things that could ever happen. Sadly, it finished after 10 seasons, but they had defeated one lot of alien overlords, and they had defeated another lot of alien overlords, and then it was just kind of like, well, what do we do now? And that's where the other Stargate franchises come in, but that's another video, maybe. Night night.